Vince Molinari, founder and CEO of FinTech TV, is joining me now in this AI-themed show to talk all things.
I love it. Good morning, and always amazing to be here with you, Trinity. Thank you.
It's always great to have you on the show, Vince. So let's talk about how AI is impacting, the financial industry overall.
Well, I got to tell you, it's almost how it's not impacting and what's coming down the pathway. So when we start to look at everything from fraud, how we look at customer service, but I think the biggest aha moment is how it's going to start to make investment decisions or influence investment decisions for us, finding alpha and capturing delta in new ways that we didn't think were imaginable when we all of a sudden there's this correlation to things that we thought were previously uncorrelated.
But let's talk more about from a media standpoint, right? As the founder and CEO of FinTech TV, you cover obviously financial news on your show. So how do you think the implementation of AI is going to reshape how media is reporting?
I think we're going to continue to move from large language modeling to small language modeling when we start to look at different smaller data sets and pools, and how do you have a little bit more of a push than a pull model to viewers, right? We're going to start to be able to search dynamically in much different ways, much more efficiently around content that they're really interested in, and then the reverse starts to happen where you can push content that is in alignment with their interests.
What are the major stories right now that you're following and covering on FinTech TV that have major global significance?
Well, look, I think it's really this intersection of technology and sustainability, right? We talk about ESG and where that's going to end up politically, but at the end of the day, what is sustainability? How do we put our planet back in a better place and in for-profit models? So when you then to look at that with an overlay of technology, whether that starts to be machine learning, AI, blockchain, I think those are the really big dynamic themes.
Talk to me about how you go about balancing, the reporting of AI and tech, obviously, but also just reporting on finance and financial institutions.
Well, it's a great question because I think, not too long ago, they were kind of separate conversations when you're looking at the most disruptive, innovative technologies in public companies. Now you're seeing that convergence where public companies are adopting more and more technologies. We see everything that's happening with the ETPs here at the exchange around BTC, ETH. So those are big moments to say, aha, things are changing. So I think that balance is education awareness and demystifying these subjects.
What should our viewers know about FinTech TV, the major stories that you're covering, and where they can tune in?
Well, right at fintech.tv is probably the best location. Thanks for the shout out right back there at the studio. So we're so blessed to have our studio on the floor of the exchange. So big shout out, thanks to ICE and New York Stock Exchange. But I think it's anything that you want to learn around cryptocurrency, around AI, sustainability, Web3, this very dynamic industries, and then come to our conferences. Climate and capital with NYSE and ICE coming up, right? Learn about the intersection of climate and capital, what we're doing in Abu Dhabi Finance Week, and really where the globe is coming together and being a much smaller place around these subjects.
Yeah, you mentioned one of the projects that we have coming up the pike. So what other projects do you have on your radar? What are you working on that we can expect to see from FinTech?
There's a lot of
this is all off the record.
Yeah, nothing public here at all. Look, it's the global expansion, right? It's the new studios. It's really building that network effect where these conversations are resonating not just here in the United States, but throughout the Middle East, Africa, Asia. When you look at the changes on the continent and engaging next generation youth, right? It's all about technology engagement, and people care about sustainability.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Vince. It's always a pleasure having you.
My pleasure, Trinity. Thank you so much.